This morning, our Lowenville neighborhood reporter, Josh Crawford, is joining us to tell us all about it. Good morning, Josh. What'd you find out?
Thank you, Heather, and a good chilly morning to you as well. I'm Josh Crawford, your Bell County neighborhood reporter. I'm here at the Smart Museum in Nolanville, which opened up last November, and with it, opened up Pandora's box of possibilities for students and community members not previously available. Now, Garcia tells me he's seen a decline in Killeen since moving here from California over 10 years ago. Now, with an event like this, he tells me this may be the final straw in him looking to move to another city. Reporting in your neighborhood of Killeen, I'm Josh Crawford. Bobby, back to you.
All right, Josh, before you go, you know I got questions for you, buddy. So since Killeen is leading the charge on this population growth, did city leaders give you any details on how much they expect the population to grow in the next 1, 2, 5 years maybe?
So in my conversation with Ms. Ford, I floated out 200,000 as a potential benchmark for the city. However, she says their main priority is to make sure the population growth is properly matched with the infrastructure growth. However, she did say if those things continue to grow at a 1-to-1 ratio, there's no reason that Killeen can't blow past that 200,000 benchmark. I'm Josh Crawford reporting in your neighborhood of Waco. Science, technology, engineering, and math. School districts across the country are looking to expand STEM resources. Why is that important? Well, one Waco ISD principal is about to tell you why. Belton and Lake Belton coming together for a special night to celebrate our special education students. And with it, giving all of our students a shot at joy. I'm Josh Crawford, your Killeen neighborhood reporter. A car chase and crash started in Belton and ended inside the Killeen Mall. I talked to some of our neighbors who tell me the effects of an incident like this go far beyond just tonight. You can schedule a pickup via phone or heading over to their website. We'll have more details available for you in our online digital story. Reporting in your neighborhood of Killeen, I'm Josh Crawford. Karen Perez is married to a Fort Cavasso staff sergeant, but she's far from the Central Texas Army post. She's currently in Los Angeles dealing with destructive wildfires that have claimed at least 10 lives. The couple had been in California with their 2 toddlers, visiting family for the holidays.
So we're not going outside. And you still see the ash falling down. You can smell the smoke, and it was so weird. And then there's no way that you can go outside and just breathe the air. It's like you have to be covered because it sucks and it hurts.
Meantime, Jonetta Buggs is here in Bell County, but her 5 children are in California, creating stress and fear since she's so far away and has limited communication with them.
My youngest son, the one that lost his place, he did not have internet service where he was at. Like, we could not get a hold of him. So as a mom who also comes from there, so watching my childhood burn up, it's also scary that I can't reach my kids. I can't be there. I'm here.
Buggs, whose daughter is on evacuation watch, tells me she's been making sure her babies know they have a safe space waiting for them in Texas.
You know, how do you explain to a little kid that's 5 years old, you know, why someone's covering you up and telling you not to, get up because they're shooting?
This is the dilemma Gabriel Garcia faced early Wednesday morning after a nearby car theft led to a shootout that put him and his family at risk. Police say it started when somebody tried stealing a car from a home in the 4400 block of Jeff Scott Drive. The owner gave chase, ending with a shootout in the cul-de-sac on Eula Bay Court. This is what Twan Lawrence and Tyquan Clark tell me they saw and heard.
All you really heard is like 12 shots start ringing off and like this unknown car just scurry off. Like
it was a black Lincoln and a white Suburban.
Garcia says he encountered a second person with the suspect, not mentioned by KPD, who was asking for help after the shootout. The suspect took off running through a neighbor's fence. I spoke with that neighbor who said the suspect damaged her fence and left behind a disposable glove, which is still in her front yard. Garcia walked me through his home to show me the 3 bullet holes left from the shooting, including 1 bullet that he discovered in his granddaughter's rain boot. Another Eula Bay resident living with her brother said they initially thought the gunshots were fireworks. However, screenshots she shared with me via Ring messaging told them the true story. Killeen Police Chief Lopez gave me this statement, urging our neighbors to use more caution than what was used in this case and not to take justice into your own hands.
Communities like Temple, Killeen, Harker Heights, they get overlooked and bypassed.
Days before the election, former El Paso Congressman Beto O'Rourke returned to the campaign trail.
And I'll tell you, far too often Democrats take these folks for granted or write them off. I want to get behind them, support them, and make sure that we do not take Bell County for granted. That's why I'm here.
O'Rourke told me he prioritized visiting Bell County this close to Election Day because of the similarities to his hometown of El Paso. Jennifer Lee is the Democratic nominee for the District 55 seat. Regardless of who you vote for, she tells me her goal is to see a unified and close-knit Bell County community.
I keep coming back to this idea that we are all still going to be here November 6th, right here in Bell County, and it's not that big. So I'm still going to run into these people in HEB parking lot, and hopefully it's a positive experience.
After rallying the troops on Thursday morning, O'Rourke and Lee went door knocking, where I got a chance to shoot some hoops with Beto. At the same time, he got a feel for the community and people's opinions about him and Jennifer.
I've never seen anything like this before.
That's how Monica Sage is feeling as a Central Texas realtor, with the recent study showing rental rates at over $400 below the national average, despite availabilities being at an all-time high. Monica explained what makes our community so attractive and why supply is continuing to rise.
I think Central Texas is totally different than any other market in Texas. We have a lot of building going on here, and we have a lot of people moving in, or even like from Austin, they're trying to get cheaper prices because we are pretty low here.
Between Bell County and Copper's Cove, Monica said there's a whopping 465 rentals available on the market, a far cry from the handful she's used to seeing before. While prices are better for tenants, she says landlords continue to get the short end of the stick. We've been seeing long lines of people waiting to vote early, but Ronnie Russell tells me the turnout was different during his personal voting experience.
It's low. It's very low. It's low for whatever reason. And the reason why we had reached out to the rideshare companies, because sometimes we have to take away the excuse.
As the head of the Innovation Black Chamber of Commerce, he's doing something about it. The chamber partnered with OVA to provide free transportation to the early voting location at the Jackson Professional Learning Center near downtown Killeen. It sounded so nice, I had to see for myself how easy it was. I placed my call right at 3 o'clock, spoke with a dispatcher to confirm my location and drop-off, and a little after 3:15, I had my driver waiting outside to pick me up. It was a short 7-minute drive to the polling center, and just like that, I was right where I needed to be to cast my vote. And so can you. Downtown Killeen said yes once again to Isabel Munoz and Rincon de Panama after she received a grant from the city in 2022 to bring her dream back to life. You can feel the love in the building and the food it produces, but for Isabel, her love for cooking comes from a place of pain.
My relation with cooking came from my childhood. It came from struggles. It came from nobody want to teach me to cook because they don't eat the food of my color of my skin. So because that, I learned how to cook with my eyes.
For Isabel, who came to Killeen around 2 decades ago and never thought she'd be here this long, she wants to merge the cultures of her old home with her new home.
This restaurant is open in Killeen because this was the place that opened the door for me. To me, it's important that people know that Panama is more that canal. Panama have culture, Panama have, our food is delicious, our music, our people is special too. So I want the Killeen have a little bit of me.
Isabel gave me a nice dip into that Panamanian culture, showing me some native dance moves and outfitting me in some traditional Panamanian clothing.
It's sad, ma'am. It's sad.
Shocked and sad are some of the reactions from our community after the DPS chase ended with the suspect crashing into the Killeen Mall, injuring 5 people. For those inside the mall, like food court worker Tiffany Van Zandt, it was nothing but confusion and chaos.
I heard man with a gun,
And what?
and booked out the exit of the food court, and everybody got up from the table, started running to the door. That's what I did and went out.
Police on scene told residents, including those trying to locate family, to clear the parking lot. Some of them tell me law enforcement told them not to speak with anybody, quote, except for somebody with a badge.